blood will be on your hands.
In the world of movies, Hollywood is the big thing. It's like the go-to place for top-notch movie productions and ace actors, not disregarding the rest of the world, though. Regardless of what wood you belong to, being in Hollywood is always the endgame. It's no wonder everyone goes for collaborations, including Nollywood. Though efforts to create a relationship between Hollywood and Nollywood are in the works, we can't say that romance has blossomed. Nonetheless, let's celebrate a few joint efforts between both industries.
Happy Independence Day.
We begin with Half of a Yellow Sun. This movie adaptation of Chimamanda Adichie's classic novel was shot in Enugu, Nigeria. Produced by Andre Calderwood and directed by B.E. Bandela, it's about twin sisters from a wealthy Nigerian family who take wildly different paths in life, but both become swept up in the struggle to establish Biafra as an independent republic. This 111 minutes movie was shot on a budget of about $10 million and made just about $2.1 million in the box office.
I'm a Nigerian because the white man created Nigeria and gave me that identity.
It features great acts such as Thandi Newton, Anika Noni Rose, Chiwetel Ejiofor, John Boyega, Onyeka Onwenu, and Genevieve Nnaji. It was released on the 8th of September 2013.
We have to make the right decision.
Ma'am, the team is ready when you are.
I'm not going in until I know what I'm dealing with.
Get down!
I want everything on everyone in there. We should have seen this coming.
Nigeria's Niger Delta has produced an estimated $600 billion.
Next up is Black November. Released in 2012, this movie deserves an honorary mention. This action-packed story is centered on the grievances of a community in Nigeria's Niger Delta region, the struggle to clean up oil pollution caused by excessive drilling by big oil corporations, and the neglect of the federal government in the environmental issue destroying their land. Co-produced and directed by award-winning filmmaker Jet Amata, the movie has an ensemble of talented actors which include Mikey Rook, Fred Amata, Nseibe Etim, Vivica Fox, Persia White, Akon, Wyclef Jean, Mbong Amata, Hakim Kai Kazim, Osi Ukeje, Annie Hetch, Sarah Wayne Callis, and Kim Basinga. It was shot on a $12.5 million budget. Black November was released on the 8th of May 2012.
What are we fighting for?
You think my dad will miss me when I die too, Dr. Tran?
Sam, your dad loves you very much.
Coming in next is Tonya Bulu's Dr. Bellu. Released on the 2nd of February 2013, this 95 minutes movie shows a doctor who allows an uncertified African healer to slip in and administer a homemade potion, a desperate move to save a dying boy. Good news is, it sends the boy's cancer into remission. It was shot in both the United States of America and Nigeria in both English and Yoruba languages. It stars Isaiah Washington, Vivica A. Fox, Genevieve Nnaji, Stephanie Okereke, and Jimmy Jean Louis.
You can still change your mind. But the moment you cross into it, it will reveal to you your true destiny.
Suspended. You've been lying to me. I've had the school round.
Finally, in this list is Adewale Akinoye-Agbaji's Farming. The movie is about the life of Adewale Akinoye-Agbaji, who doubles as a writer and director of the work. It is about a young Nigerian boy farmed out by his parents to a white British family in the hope of a better future. Unfortunately, he ends up as a notorious leader of a white skinhead gang in the 1980s. He was on his way to self-destruction but was saved by a kind teacher who gave him one last shot to change his ways and redeem himself. It stars Nollywood diva Genevieve Nnaji alongside Kate Beckinsale, Gugu Mbata Raw, Damon Idris, and Adewale Akinoye-Agbaji. This may not be all the collaborations Nollywood has had with Hollywood, but let's celebrate this few as we hope for bigger and better collaborations between these two industries in the future.
And indeed, we celebrate our directors, producers, filmmakers out there. They are doing a great job. We are actually going to be celebrating one of our very own right here in Abuja. He's a filmmaker extraordinaire. He's a director, producer, scriptwriter, a DOP. I'm telling you, the list is endless. Mr. Paul Papel. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Tell me about yourself more. I know I didn't even quite cut it. The list is longer than that. What else do you do?
I'm an editor, a singer. I basically I play almost every music instrument except the sax. And so I tag myself as a gifted person. I'm just good with anything a human being can do. Once I put my mind to it, I'm able to do it.
Wow, amazing to know. Well, one of your latest projects, Eagle Wings, is set to premiere soon. We're going to talk about it, but first we're going to take the official trailer for the movie and then we'll come back and talk more. But first, I want to drop the phone numbers so you can reach us on this line, 081-177-82020. I'll take that again, 081-177-82020. Now you're going to send in messages. Please do not call. Send in messages via WhatsApp or the text message, the inbox, and tell us your favorite actor or actress that you think has interpreted a particular role to the best of their abilities. Probably cite an example of a movie or two that the person has starred in. So we'll take the trailer now and we'll be back.
Your commander knows you just got married, right?
I signed up for this.
This sentence has struck in.
Gentlemen, the jets have been prepared for the mission. Go out there and make us proud. This is not a drill. This is a mission.
Our special forces were trained for this kind of mission. A nation needs us.
I'm really concerned for my pregnant wife.
We fall and rise together.
Mission is to recover you! Head or die! Let's go now!
We took an oath to protect this nation and our people with our lives. These are the people.
You understand that I can't go back empty-handed?
That's right.
Nothing new here. We've done it before. We can do it again. I know you're the best. You know you're the best. They know you're the best.
Wow, that was interesting. And the movie talks about the Nigerian Air Force and the struggles, the sacrifices they've had to go through. So can you tell us more about it?
Okay, you know, I've been privileged to work with the Air Force and go on their missions sometimes and the exercise areas for training, because they train hard to fight easy. So having seen those actions as a filmmaker, I kept picturing them like, how can I put this for Nigerians to see? Because I've been to actual missions sometimes and seen what these guys go through.
Yeah, actual missions.
I've been on an ISR mission.
What was that like? Where were you?
I was in the ISR aircraft watching how aircraft were taking turns to strike those bad spots and all that. So I saw firsthand what these people go through for us to have peace of mind. And of course, you know, in the course of doing this, we have downtime. We have like the crash we saw last Sunday. And so I thought of how will Nigerians see these people closer and see what they go through and how much they put in for us to have the peace we're enjoying. And so the opportunity presented itself when GHQ was calling the practitioners, the Nollywood practitioners, to come and tell the Nigerian military story correctly. So because I already working with the Air Force, doing a lot of documentaries for them, I quickly pieced out the story together because I had this time made friends with the family and other officers, and I began to understand their lifestyle and everything. So I just worked on the story that captured everything, that can draw you the right emotions, that you begin to appreciate the efforts that these people put in for nation building. And that's how we came about with the Eagle Wings.
Wow, I understand that you started working on this project in 2020. You had auditions and all of that. Did the COVID affect production, and how were you able to manage?
We actually started shooting early. We had started working in 2019 about the story.
Okay.
So we commenced shooting by February 2020.
Okay.
And so COVID was just moving around other countries at that time. So, but in fact, we first finished shooting. The principal photography was done. As we just returned about a week or thereabouts, the whole country was locked down.
Wow.
But that also helped me because it's a big project that gave me time to sit down. I was now locked down, and I was there on my computer, and I worked. So it's been since February 25th that we started shooting, and today is tomorrow 20, where we're premiering tomorrow.
Yeah.
That makes it 1 full year that the project was.
Wow. And tomorrow also happens to be your birthday.
Yes.
So.
And so actually, I wanted to start this kind of, because this opportunity that was given to me by the Air Force, I don't think any producer in Nigeria has enjoyed that kind of privilege. So I didn't take it for granted. I went all out to make sure that even for the camera to use was industry standard camera, Hollywood standard. The lenses I used in shooting this film is the first of its kind that we use in Nigeria, anamorphic lenses. So the image is made for a big picture, you know. Then I asked myself that if I'm making this kind of picture that is first of its kind in Nigeria, first of its kind in West Africa, let me start shooting on a particular day that I will always remember. So I started the shoot on my birthday. And of course, I'm doing the public premiere again on my birthday.
On your birthday,
yes.
Because you've already had a private screening.
Yes.
Where you had, who were the people that did that?
Wow, it was another amazing moment where the former chief of the air staff and the minister for my state, Akume, Minister of Special Duties, and many dignitaries were there, and they watched the Eagle Wings, and they gave me a standing ovation. I had to drop a tear because I couldn't believe that I am standing here and these people acknowledge what I've done at that level that they would give me a standing ovation. So, and we had targeted that for the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, but because we couldn't meet up that day, the next week, we now had it on the next week. So that was private, which was Air Force organizing it basically. But this one we're doing is public because we're going to hit the cinemas afterwards.
Tell us about the casting. How were you able to select the people you did specifically for the roles they played? Now,
that was a very interesting thing that we did. First, I'm not a big director that if you just call Papel and everybody say, okay, no Papel, you know. And then I was going to work with people who are going to do something very new. So I was looking for people who had passion for the craft. So when I call somebody, for instance, I look at my script and I say, okay, this person can match this character. But I'm going to call you and like say, I'm going to shoot this film, and this is the story about. And then some of them will just say, how much are you paying me? Somebody will say, when are we shooting and when are we ending? Now, I didn't like that because I wanted somebody who wants to be part of the project no matter what it takes. Because capacity is more important than having the money. Money is not capacity. You can have much more money. If you don't have the capacity, you can't do anything.
Sure.
Then I began to talk to people. So there were people that I talked to, like Aina, when I told him the story, he just jumped on it. He started telling me more things that we could do. And I said, that is it. Femi Jacobs almost missed the role because I had somebody else in mind. But when I called him and I gave him the script to read, he read the script one time and called me in the midnight. He said he couldn't sleep.
Wow.
He wanted us to talk about this story. That this is not the kind of story you have people talk in the living room and go to the next living room and next living room and talk about marriage and all that. This is very different. You could see the passion. And I said, this is the guy. And so that's how I kept shopping for people. That's why if you watch the Eagle Wings, you you connect with it so much that you think